The Blues are iconically American, born in the South and raised by W.C. Handy, but when it washed up on the shores of Great Britain, it found a godfather, John Mayall, born John Bromwell Mayall, November 29, 1933, in Macclesfield, Cheshire, England. The son of a pub guitarist, he taught himself piano, harmonica, and guitar while dreamily listening to the likes of Leadbelly, Pinetop Smith, and Eddie Lang. Mayall found himself in Korea during his tour of national service and bought his first electric guitar on leave in Japan. After his service was over, he went back to England and enrolled in art school and a band called the Powerhouse Four. Later, the cool band names would continue as John's next group was the Blues Syndicate. Bands were popular in Manchester, but John wanted to hit the big time, so he headed for the bright lights of London. In 1963, John Mayall now has the Blues Breakers, a stellar lineup including John McVie. The band would grow and change and even back the funkiest man that ever lived, John Lee Hooker, on his British tour. John Mayall's Blues Breakers got a record deal, but little came of it, so they were dropped. But in 1965, fate would play a slow hand on the future of the group. Eric Clapton joined the band and they began getting everyone's attention. Sadly, it wasn't long before Clapton would go off to tour Greece with a group of amateur musicians, and Mayall would need to replace Clapton. Oh well, if you can't get a Clapton, find yourself a Peter Green. John McVie was asked to leave and Jack Bruce joined the band. Clapton came back, and because his spot was guaranteed by Mayall, he was able to just pick up where he left off. The band got a new deal and released an album called The Blues Breakers with Eric Clapton. Like a Super Bowl team with all the best players, they were being pulled away because of their ability. Clapton, Bruce, and Ginger Baker were starting cream, although Baker and Bruce released a statement to the press before Clapton was able to tell John Mayall. Peter Green was leaving to start Peter Green's Fleetwood Mac with John McVie and some gangly drummer that was in the Blues Breakers for a few weeks, named Mick Fleetwood. With a guitar-sized hole left in the group, John decided to hire 18-year-old virtuoso Mick Taylor, who would later play with a British garage band called the Rolling Stones. We could go on, but I'm out of time, and you get it. John Mayall passed away on July 22, 2024 at 90 years old, but his impact on the industry is immortal. Every time a Brit has picked up a guitar, John Mayall has had an impact on the reason. His eye for talent is second to none, his legacy cemented, and this is his classic rock resume.